begin this part in a flashback where he gets us in jail all by himself, angry about his failure back at the league. As he continues to sulk in his depression, some figures appear in front of his cell. It's Team Rocket, with their leader Giovanni, alongside his Persian, who, after some shell claws and a power gem, breaks him free. Guesses is about to ask questions, but the whole gang is then teleported. Where to? The Plasma Frigate, which is high up in the sky with a cloaking device. The two bosses are now in Getz's room, as Giovanni tells Getz he's come up with a new plan, and Cora speaks through the intercom, welcoming his boss back. They explain that Cora's escaped from the police and showed up and worked on an invention that powers up and controls Pokemon. But he invested in Giovanni the hell helps him. He and his boss both want to rule Unova. Getz likes the idea, but asks what about Ash and Ed, as he has no clue the two won't show up, or at least find out and come to try and stop them. But we then cut to Chorus in the driver room alongside Team Rocket, who agrees with that but says they have a plan. We then cut to a montage of them finding, tricking, and hypnotizing Elio Victini in the Swords of Justice, making them clueless servants while increasing their power. Where Getz then asks where they will meet the kids, and they make their way to a big ocean with an ancient temple rising, a place called the Abyssal Ruins. And we then cut to the gang gnawing at their end teleported them, but are now in a place he calls his hideout, where they reunite with Looker, who was also informed of everything by Anne, who was old to come here and wait for them. And then tells everyone on what happened and where they are. Ash immediately wants to go stop them now, but and first directs the others to the back of the place, where Ash reunites the Dragon Trio, who are also aware of everything, and introduces them to his friends. But the Legendary Trio don't even need to be asked; they're all ready to help their fellow Legendaries, and want to stop this too. And so, with their allies gathered, the gang hop aboard one of the flyers and make their way to their destination, ready to stop the evil teams. After a teleport and a long flight, the gang arrive at their destination, ready to face their opponents. But that's when they're ambushed by the mind-controlled legendaries. Thrown off balance, as the gang adapts and uses the flyer Pokemon to fight back. Things drag on for a bit too long, but both sides are even. However, Colress and Team Rock all get ready their launch weapon. But after Colress puts a certain device in the machine, they're ready. But Ash and Ed then fly how to get the boss, but the two will get directly hit from a blow. As courtesy of Team Rocket, which blows them back and allows Kiram and Zekrom to get hit by the machine, blowing Reshiram and Meloetta back. The two blast the legendary. We then get hit by the item Coruscant, which N recognizes the DNA splicers, which combines the two, turning them into Black Kiram. And using the distraction, they trap Meloetta in order to siphon out her energy and continue powering the device. The others go over and try to help, but get ambushed by the legendaries. Determined to pull through, they send out all their Pokemon, and they're all ready to save the day. What then follows is a giant battle between the control legendaries and the gang's Pokemon, minus a few. Everyone gives it their very best, but these are legendaries, so things are still far from easy, and it doesn't take long for them to get the upper hand. Yeah, but none of them let up. They know they can do this. Meanwhile, we cut to Ash and N, and who have recovered after being saved by Reshiram and are fighting the evil leaders who are only in Black Kiram, who, alongside Giovanni's Persian, give the main big trouble despite being outnumbered. Charizard, Pikachu, Sigil, and Reshiram all fight hard to stop the villains and save their friends. And while they do fight hard, the battle isn't really going anywhere, as the strength of Dark Kiram keeps the heroes at bay. But Ash and N sense something is wrong. Every time Dark Kiram prepares an attack, it hesitates. Recognizing that both Pokemon are still in there, N and Reshiram try to reach out, but Chorus increases the output to keep them under their control. Which makes him stop as Ash, who speaks to Zekrom. He reminds Zekrom what the two of them have done together, saying that when he worked together to save 8 people in Pokemon. I'm splitting. And Ash knows that he can insecure help him break free from this, saying he knows they can do it. Chorus continues to pump the machine, forcing Darkunion to charge Free Shock, but when it's done, the attack is aimed at Persian, which immediately knocks it out. Seeing this, Ash smiles. No, and you, the remaining energy, a Dark Hero takes out the DNA splicers and crushes it, freeing the two from the control and from their fusion. You, fusion, and so, the two also fusion into a combined attack destroys the machine, destroying it and freeing the other legendaries from the control, immediately making all of them look at the evil team with an angry glare. And so, with Pikachu's sigil of the Chars and Reshiram, everyone combines their efforts, and with a combined humongous attack, Meloetta's prison is destroyed. Allowing her to be free from the machine and Pikachu and Charizard to go save her, and allowing Meloetta to reunite with Ash, saving the day, and stopping Team Plasma and Team Rocket for good. The game then goes to try and capture the villains, but it turns out Team Rocket already hopped in a plane and flew away once the legendaries were free. Team Plasma, however, didn't do the same, so they're captured instead, with Looker going with them to ensure they don't leave this time. I'm sorry about that, by the way. Meanwhile, the heroes meet up with the now free legendaries, who thank them and apologize for the trouble they caused. They say it's water under the bridge. Working together, they all manage to restore the Abyssal Ruins before the legendaries all fly away. They'll go, or just leave for now, so some of them can't. You know what I mean, sorry. Afterwards, we then cut to an open field where N drops off Ash and Co. And get ready to part ways with them. Ash is a touching farewell with Zekrom, who thanks Ash after helping him and Kirim break free, with Kirim also thanking Ash. Ash says it's no problem with a simple smile. He then thanks them, Reshiram, and for altering or alerting them about Team Plasma. As for Team Rock, while Anna admits he had no idea about the Team Rock, he's thankful for Ash helping him stop Team Plasma and put them behind bars for good this time. And with that, Ash and Pikachu shake hands with their hands and Zigilith, affirming their friendship. And agreeing to meet again. And when they do, they should battle. And with that, and the legendaries and Sigilith all fly away, with Ash's friends waving farewell and him, Pikachu, and Meloetta looking on with a smile, but thinking to themselves how happy they, with Ash and Pikachu thinking how great it is to have a friend like Anne. And that's where we're going to end this part until next time. So, what did you all think? And sorry this thing was kind of out of the blue. I just wanted to do one last thing with the evil teams before we get to the last, well, not last part, but last sort of arc of this series. Or it's more like tournament arc. But that's saved for next time. Until then, I'll see you all in the next video, and later.